What up, YouTube? I'm back again, man. This is Zay G 33, and today I want to talk about the creative process. And you know, a lot of people don't realize, man, some of the greatest things you can do in life is create. We are co-creators of the universe, so everybody has creativity in them, and don't ever let yourself sit there and think because you're not, Picasso or you're not Drake, you can't make music or you can't make paintings. Everybody can create. Some people are creative in different ways. Their creative expression may come out in different forms. It may come out through drawing or painting. Some people's come out through comedy. Some people's come out through acting. Some people comes out through music. But one of the highest acts that we can do as humans is to create life, create art. So I just want to talk about the creative process because I create in a lot of different ways. I create through music, I create through art, I create through making these videos, I create through the way I speak. They're all different forms of expression. And I just sat here today. I went over there and I'm making another project, another EP. It's probably gonna be bigger than an EP. It's gonna be 9 tracks, but I'm making another project, and I just went over to one of my senseis. He's gonna engineer the project for me. He's gonna record me and everything, and we outlined it and from top to bottom and did a rough outline of the track listing and how I want to go about it, because I'm big into numbers and a lot of different things like that, all the esoteric behind it, how I'm going to build it out, how I want my intro to be. And we sat there and talked, and the creative process is really about allowing source to come through you. And during this creative process, I plan to stay as pure as I possibly can. I'm gonna go on no smoking, no drinking, none of that. What I'm saying, retention, all of that, just so I can fine tune my antenna and just really draw from sources I'm creating. Just so I can put that all into the art that I'm making right now. And not only am I doing a project musically, I'm working on the tattooing and also doing a lot of my drawing visual art right now too. So this period of building that out is going to be a very special one. And I just wanted to speak on that creative process, about how really that's all the creative process is just allowing source to move through you, and you're creating through that. It's almost like you're a type of prism. Like source shines its light through you, and when it comes through you and refracts, what I'm saying, that refraction is what you put on that creativity. So yeah, I really just want to say, not that you have to do anything or you got to be a creator, but don't be afraid to create though. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Mega was telling me, he was like, that is the most disrespectful thing that you can do, is compare yourself to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You are the co-creator of everything out here. You know what I'm saying? You should never compare your creation to anybody else. This creation that we see, ain't nobody comparing it. Like, oh well, I made Earth and Saturn is better. Like, I'm just making an example, but I don't compare to anything, because we're all at different points in our artistic journey. So, when your art does reach a level of maturity, what I'm saying, that's when it's going to be what it's supposed to be. But me personally, and now this doesn't go for everybody, but me personally, I had to mature spiritually. I had to mature as an individual for my art to be able to reach maturity. And I plan to show that through my next project. I plan to show that through a lot of the new forms of expression and creation that I come out with. And I just wanted to share that with y'all, because I know a lot of people who watch me probably have it that they do want to do something creative, Don't ever be afraid to be creative. Be yourself, you know. Just be what it is that you want to be and who you want to be. Like, I don't sit here and try to be like anybody else. I try to be like me. I may draw inspiration from people, but like I said, you know, inspiration is comes in, and when it comes through that prism and it refracts, you know, that's you. That refraction is you and your individuality, because no matter how I could listen to all my favorite songs in the world, but when it's time for me to sit down and make a song, it's not going to sound like those songs. There may be elements and certain inspiration from it, but as it comes through my lens of creativity, it's going to be different. That's why you can't really compare yourself. Now, I understand in art there's a lot of technicalities. You know, when it comes to music, you have technicalities like, does it sound good? Like, is it mixed properly? And there's technicalities in art. You know, is the values proper? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's technicalities to a lot of things, but you know, as you grow, you're gonna build on those things. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about just keep on doing it and keep on doing it. Think about, like, I was talking to Ahmad about how I remember when I was on a psychedelic trip and I was just watching the geometric forms go, and I was just like, dang, that's just like life, bro. Like, these patterns keep building and building on each other and building on each other, and the more you repeat and repeat and repeat, the patterns that you make are going to become more beautiful and more detailed. So yeah, that's just a quick little gem I wanted to give y'all. You know, just understand that creativity is a process, and creativity is natural to all of us. And don't worry about what anybody else is talking about when it comes to creativity, because a lot of people are scared to step outside the box. You know what I'm saying? In the last video, I said, don't be afraid to be the villain, and that's part of being creative, man. Just standing on your creativity, doing what you want to do and how you want to do it, dress how you want to dress, style your hair how you want to style your hair. You know, don't be afraid to listen to the music that you want to listen to. Just be you and who you truly are, because there's only one you. We're all unique. And you know, a lot of people want to try to box us all in, but just be yourself, man. You gotta rebel, you know what I'm saying? I'm a disruptor. I've always been a disruptor since I was a child. I've always been very disruptive, and I go against the grain, and I'm comfortable in that. I understand a lot of people may not be, but you got to understand that, you know, they're going to try to demonize you for that. They're going to try to make you feel bad or look bad, or shame you for going against the grain. But fuck it, man. You got to be you. You got one life to live, and when you're dead, you know what I'm saying? What have you left behind? And that's what I love about creativity. Even YouTube. You know, if I ever have children, they'll be able to go and see what their father believed, see what their father did, understand their father's mindset, and they can apply that to their life. You know what I'm saying? They can listen to my music and they can look at my art. They can see everything about me. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna leave behind? You know what I'm saying? And or maybe you don't care what you leave behind, but you know, what kind of mark do you want to leave on this planet? That's something to think about, and you can immortalize yourself through art, which is beautiful. And you know, I plan to do that in many ways. So that's all I got.